Good morning, my friends. Sorry about my hand there. I'm at the Winnebago Visitor Center, and I'm fixing to take the factory tour. It's pretty cool. They do let you take pictures. I don't know how much video, but we'll see. It'll be pretty cool. Winnebago actually is just a great company. I don't know. You're going to have naysayers out there on the internet, but probably not many because it's not much they can say. These guys have been making RVs since 1958, and it's probably the most iconic RV in the world. I mean, you look at all the movies they've been in and everything else. It's pretty amazing. But it's pretty cool. So they said one guy had a coffee with him so he could take it on the tour with him. But I don't think I'm doing it 2 hours carrying this in my hand. But I am going to have some up before we hit this tour. So I'm going to go in here. I got to fit for some safety goggles. I think some hearing protection or something. And we're going to get on it. So I will have what video or photos that I can. So this ought to be pretty cool. Yeah, those seats. Good night. That green floor. Original truck camper. This little thing costs $800 back in the day. $900. 1959. Light. We got a gas stove. Refrigerator. Alrighty, my friends. I just got through with the factory tour at Winnebago, and I have to say, God, did I get an insight on as to why these things cost what they do. There's a reason why, and I'm telling you. They would not let me take video or photos, and I understand to a certain degree. There's maybe some proprietary issues and maybe some things. I mean, there's stuff online. You can see these videos. Really good videos. Go see it. Just tons of acreage out here of buildings after buildings, but their plant, Big Bertha, is running about 5 lines, I think 4 or 5 lines. It's the largest RV manufacturing facility in the world. It really is. In the world. It is impressive, to say the least. It is unbelievable, and I'm telling you, it's so cool. They manufacture probably 90% of that RV here in Forest City. Now, Winnebago owns Newmar, Chris Craft Boats, and Grand Design. And their travel trailers and their fifth wheels, like the Grand Design, stuff like that, they all are made in Elkhart, Indiana. There's 4 other plants here in Iowa where they do more of the Class Bs. They do some Class Bs here. I saw some of the Echoes being started, the Navion, and the View, which was pretty impressive. I thought that was amazing. But what really impressed me about that, I mean, the fact that they manufacture their own holding tanks, their own cushions, is you went through the sewing line and they have machines cutting stuff, but they have a bunch of these people that are skilled seamstress. They know how to work sewing machines. They know how to work patterns. They are highly skilled, and they don't, excuse me, I'm sorry, I've got to plug this in. They don't use computers to do these. They do it by hand, but they look on an iPad. They know their pattern, they know what they want to do, and it's hand sewn. Everything that goes into what they did, I mean, there's just a reason why these things cost the money they do. It's unbelievable. I mean, I hate that they depreciate, but it's just what RVs do. Not as bad as boats. Boats are horrible. Another thing that greatly impressed me about Winnebago is that they take pride, they invest in their employees. 85% of their employees over the years, on an average over since 1958, their turnover rate 85% of them that started full-time stayed with them and retired with the company, anywhere from 25 to 34 years. They start their employees out now. This is in Iowa, and some of you might want to live in Iowa. I don't know, but if you get a job at Winnebago working on the line, it starts out at $17.25 an hour with bonuses for sign-up, performance bonuses, and raises. In other words, they say there are some people that are probably retiring with a great retirement and had salaries when they left the company of somewhere between $75,000 to $90,000 a year, depending on their job or more. And they just invested their career in Winnebago. It's a pride thing. I mean, there's such a great work ethic with these people in a lot of these smaller areas that have a company like this that is one of the most iconic RV companies in the world. They've been in more movies than you can shake a stick at. I managed to take some video and photo footage of the museum. You could see that. But I just thought it was very impressive, and it really gave me a great insight. It was great to see it. Here I'm thinking, well, I'll get the Thor because it costs less. But when I look at the amount of stuff that's made here versus to what is brought in prefabricated, it's impressive. It really is. Now, don't get me wrong. They have a company that makes their shower floors custom, the shower pan floors. I think it's Duro Max or Duo Max. But they're all made to their specs. That's a part of that 10% or 15% that I talk about. You got your refrigerators that come in, your faucets and your fixtures, but their wiring harnesses are specifically made for them from a vendor. Their cushion foam comes in every day. And it's cut spec from every RV they make. And it was so cool because they have this vacuum machine that sucks the cushion in, so tiny, shoves it in, it has a plastic material around it, and then it just undoes, and they pack them into these seat cushions like that. And you're wondering, if you ever bought a seat cushion and take the cover off of it to get it back in, kicked your butt trying to get it back in. Well, there's a reason why there's a machine that does that stuff. It's so cool. When I did the cushions for this, I'd take them off and get them sewn to Velcro. And I know that's the technology they use to get these covers put on these cushions after they cut them. So I was like, that's impressive indeed. In the Stitchcraft section, there was another section where this woman was making some of the leather and vinyl and some of the material for the walls and the fixtures that has a water cutter with about 55,000 psi with a little fine jet of water. In other words, you put your hand under there, that could take your hand off. You didn't think water could do that, but it could. She doesn't get near it, and it computerized, it cuts that, and it does it as a clean cut, water cutting. And I think she said somebody told me in the food industry that they water cut to cut fig Newtons or something. I'm like, hope it's not recycled water like they do here. It's fresh water, because you wouldn't want a fig Newton if it were recycled water. But just seeing them come down the line and what they do with the floors and the walls and how strong they are. My Winnebago Trend, go look on YouTube. My Winnebago Trend, they do drop tests with these things. My Trend, they dropped it from a crane out here at about 45 feet in the air. Didn't even budge. Didn't even cave in or anything. Now, I'm not going to say it didn't rock and damage fixtures and cabinets inside the coach. It probably did, but it didn't crumble it. That's safety stuff that they do. It's so impressive. It's just something I think about, and I will think about when I go to look to buy an RV, is that I understand it costs what it costs, but there's a reason why. They pay these people great money to get as much pride and quality put into it. Now, don't get me wrong. Any RV you buy, you're going to have issues, with certain things, and it happens. We're humans. There's humans putting these things in piece by piece. It takes about 7 to 10 days to get one built, from prep to paint. If that gives you an idea, even the Class B, 7 to 10 days. People say, well, it probably takes a day to build it. That's the reason why if they did it on Friday, it's half-assed. Not really. Not here. I didn't really get that indication. The ratio, there's 40% female that work in this plant, and there's 60% male. So it's almost half and half. And most of it's like your stitching and your Stitchcraft, and a lot of them are working in just different parts of the factory. But it's pretty cool to watch them roll on and do the walls and the ceiling, how they make them, these machines that heat fuse rollers that fuse them in. So it's really, I'll tell you, come see the plant if you're in Iowa. It's really worth the trip to come see it. It's so cool. So I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go over to Litson RV. I want to go see some of these RVs, and I might step in the door and speak to these guys. You never know. Anyway, I will keep you posted. Oh, I'm sitting in the Winnebago Echo. This is like one I really want. This thing is killer. God, it costs a lot of money. But he said that to order one of these, it takes several months right now. But I'd be willing to wait if I sold my van. They wouldn't take mine in on trade, which I knew, but it would be so cool to do that. It really would be. But I'm gonna check this out. You never know. Oh man, it's the Echo, man. It's so cool. Winnebago Echo. $22A. Now, y'all you probably see why I would love this. Of course, you've got great cabinetry for your medicines and stuff. You got your window, which you would close. It's a Thetford style cassette that goes built into the wall outside on a roller. There's your shower pan, but you wonder, hey, where's the shower? Excuse me. You wonder, where is that shower at? There's a pan. Pull right here. Comes over. And there's your shower. It's pretty cool. Wow. That is cool. You stand here and take a shower. Weird on the hill. Listen, I've taken a shower on a train at 85 miles an hour. This is nothing. But it's pretty cool. It really is. You got your shower curtain that comes around. This is all waterproof. Impressive. I like the openness of the KL. I love the openness of this. That's what I love. Lots of cabinetry up top. They changed the pocket door, which is cool. This is the Travato GL, which is pretty cool. I could tell when I built mine, the cabinets were too far out, obviously. Big difference. This is not the lithium model, which actually is probably okay. I could deal with it. Just would need to get enough amp hours of battery to make it worth my while. More than 100 amp hours after 50%. Pretty cool. Oh, those seats are nice, and that table. Oh boy, choices, choices, choices. I walked through some of these new models of these Winnebagos. God, they're expensive. Woo! Just without the lithium package, I'd end up paying about $130,000. They said minimum. I'm thinking I might get a little bit better, but probably that brand new for one of those Travatos. Somewhere around $140 for an Echo. That's a lot of money for an RV. But I think some of these Travatos that are pre-owned out there already would be cool if I decide to go that route. I still want to look at the Thor Sequence 28. That's what I want to look at. I do indeed want to look at that because the cost of it is less, and I want to see what quality is on that. I think that would be cool. Of course, Litson RV back here, good old Ron Litson. If you've ever seen his videos, he's too funny. He's going to sound a lot like Alan from 2.5 Men, John Cryer, if you've ever seen that. It's so funny. People will make comments about it. He sounds just like him. It's so funny. But anyway, they do a good job at showcasing these. They're a Winnebago dealer only. They don't deal in any other brands. It's Itasca Winnebago, and I don't think they even make the Itasca brand anymore. But he took my information. I'm sure he'd be calling me, hey, you know, where are you at with the sale of your van? You know, because he said we wouldn't be able to do anything with this van. We are strictly Winnebago. We only sell Winnebagos used. So didn't ask if they sold anything else, but he wasn't interested in even looking at this. So. But that's okay. I don't care. But it was great to be able to walk through. I really wanted to sit, and there's some really cool features. It's so nice. It's just a couple of things about, like, the KL was awesome. I love the openness, but the pocket doors to the bathroom in the back were a little, I don't know if they just needed adjustment or something going wrong. But there was, when you buy any RV, I don't care what manufacturer it is, you're going to have some adjustments, some things done that maybe were missed or offset at the factory. And it happens. There's nothing you can do about that. That's what it is. We're going to take a little drive. I'll drive through Des Moines and Omaha, Nebraska. Not much going on in there, just to drive through. And then I will probably, well, most definitely be spending the night in Sioux Falls, Idaho. Sioux Falls, South Dakota tonight. So we're going to be in South Dakota. And we're going to spend some time in South and North Dakota. We're going to see the Badlands and everything else. It'd be pretty cool. And see where adventure takes us. It'd be cool. Okay, so I'm still in Iowa, driving through a bunch of damn cornfields off of I-80 here. I went through Des Moines. It's Des Moines. It's Iowa. But anyway, I'm about 15 miles from, I guess it's about that far, 16 miles from this bridge that was filmed in that movie Bridges of Madison County, the famous covered bridges. You know, I'll be honest, I've never seen that movie that I can recall, and if I have, I can't remember. Guess I need to go watch it now, huh? But they say it's cool to go see, yeah, when you're in Iowa, go see that bridge. So that's what we're going to do. And if it's all that, we'll know it. Anything like Holland, Michigan, it was a bust. But this, we hope, won't be. So. But anyway, it wasn't really out of the way because I'm going up through Omaha and then I'm going to cut up to South Dakota. Just kind of going for a drive. Driving through some of these cities I've never driven through before at all. A lot of damn cornfields out here, though. Golly. It's in the middle of nowhere. Hold on one second. Corn. Look at all that. Look at all that. Nothingville. You're out in the flatlands of Iowa. Absolutely. It's pretty quiet out here. If you want to live quiet, move out here. You darn sure will. That's for sure. Never what it looks like on TV, because they do film tricks. Plenty of tricks. And they have a gift shop here. It's pretty quiet out here. Pretty cool. It's the Roseman Covered Bridge. And there's so folks, this is your bridge that was filmed in that movie Bridges of Madison County. Hence is why we're in Madison County, Iowa, I guess. Sign on the interstate said, take this exit for covered bridges of Madison County. That's what this is. Pretty cool. People have written all over the walls. That's crazy. Pretty wild. This is an old bridge here. Pretty cool. Well, it was a bridge. It was cool. Man, just go see it. But that's some movies have been filmed at that bridge. I don't know all of them. I know Bridges of Madison County being one of them. And I don't even know, because they said there may be other covered bridges, but that's the one I think they said is the most famous. If I got that correct. But they say, you know, when you come to Iowa, go see it. But wasn't going to the gift shop. It wasn't anything that appealing to go to the gift shop and kind of... Some guy bought a damn t-shirt. I'm like, okay, man, whatever. Hey, if it floats your boat, get that t-shirt, man. It's all good. I almost bought one at Winnebago, but I was like, I don't need any more t-shirts. I got a ton of them as it is. Yeah, the t-shirt said, home is where you park it. And there's a picture of an old Winnebago RV. Would have been kind of cool. Ooh, bumpy road. But anyway, we're going to cut through Omaha, Nebraska, up to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It says we're going to be 8:30 getting there. I don't know. We may stay around Omaha. We'll see. To be determined. Look at this crazy thing. That's one of those propellers to a windmill. That's kind of a statue at this rest area. That is crazy. This thing's staying about 30, 40 feet in the air or more. Turbine blade donation. That thing is huge, 148 feet long. Longer than 30 feet. What's that take? Well, I managed to... It was a little late getting into South Dakota. I managed to meet about 20 minutes before they closed at the Planet Fitness, which is weird. They're 24 hours early in the week, but Friday night they close 9. Maybe they just had things they needed to do at 9 o'clock on Friday, like go party or something. But anyway, I just... Hang on one second. I'll turn that off. But you saw the bridge earlier. That was okay. I don't know. If I didn't go see that bridge, it wouldn't have made much difference. But I drove through Iowa and Nebraska, and it's all flat land. Not too much going on. I drove the outskirts of Omaha. It wasn't anything major. But I've been through there, you know, so. But other times, we'll go deeper into some of these cities. There's plenty of time to do traveling and see more of this stuff, that's for sure. But what I'm going to do tomorrow is I got to get up, get me a cup of coffee, get me some work done, but kind of get a lay of the land and figure South Dakota out, what I'm doing and where I'm going. So it'd be kind of cool. So I know through the weekend I'm going to be here in South Dakota quite a bit. So we will make it happen and see where it goes. Other than that, I'm going to chill out here and I'm going to get me some sleep. I'm at a Cracker Barrel here, Sioux Falls. There's a bunch of RVs over here. They filled up the back part 3 or 4, and there's 3 or 4 here along almost the adjacent parking lot, but against the curb. So kind of hoping they don't say anything to us. But I got a van over here, 2 RVs over here, and there's 3 or 4 RVs on the other side. So we'll see. It won't be too bad. Seems kind of quiet over here. Let's hope. Anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll get all this figured out. I appreciate you for watching. Be cool. Bye.